Hello, Joseph Starman here. Welcome to my world. Different beliefs, different thoughts, different understandings. Last week, for the very first time, I put on YouTube 2 videos. I was asked to put these videos on YouTube by my friends. I call them friends. They are beings from other worlds. These particular ones that were speaking to me at the time asked me to put their words on YouTube. They're also going to give me prophecies in the very near future. These prophecies, they tell me, will come out within a few weeks or a month or two of being told. Why they wish to do this is to try to counteract all the rubbish that is being put out at the moment on YouTube and on other many spiritual websites about the end of the world and what's causing it. The idea is that if I can give prophecies that come true within a few weeks, then people will start to take notice of what I am saying. And then these beings from other worlds will tell me more to pass on to mankind. That should help them, give them new understanding, and hopefully direct them in the way that would help themselves. That's the idea. In the meantime, I was thinking that I would come on this website and maybe tell you a little about myself, what I understand, what I believe, and read a few of my messages that I already have. For I've been writing messages now for 12, 13, 14 years. And I have got hundreds of them, literally hundreds of messages. And around about, I would say, 100 of these are prophecy messages. Then they're not, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. It's not like that. They don't write that way. They give a broad out view of how it is. And there's also a lot in these types of messages about mankind and how they are and how they will react and what they're going to go through. And the main thing we're going to go through at the moment, and I don't know for how long, I would think a long, long time actually, is the change in the weather. As we all know by now, the weather is changing. In this country where I live, England, UK, it keeps raining, just rain, rain, rain. We're just not used to it. We have a lot of rain, but not like this. We're getting monsoon type rains now, where we never had before. We'd have a rainy day, but now we have a week's rain in a couple of hours fall down, and it causes local flooding. Not as bad as they've had in other places in the world. And this great change in the weather is going to cause a problem with the food supply, because if it's raining very heavy all the time, you can't plant seeds. And if it's dry and droughty all the time, you can't plant seeds. And if you can't plant seeds, you don't grow food. And I feel that what's going to happen over time is countries like the UK, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, all of Europe, America, Australia, all the countries where they've always had more food than they really need, they're going to find that they haven't got it. They're going to find that they are short of food. And that's going to be the big problem. And of course the damage and the inconvenience and the chaos and the big problems bad weather causes, floods, droughts, people die. And there is nothing we can do about it. There's not a thing we can do. And I tell you what is happening. Weather is changing because the Earth's vibration is lifting. There's no other reason. It's not through our fault. It's not carbon emissions. Yes, it might help a little. and we stop cutting down trees might help a little, because they absorb carbon and then breathe out oxygen for us. So the more trees we cut down, the worse we could make it anyway. But the main problem is the planet Earth itself is raising its vibration. How do I know? I'm told, and there's many of us being told. There's lots of psychic people being told these things. I don't know if government are listening or hearing or can't be bothered. They blame it on carbon emissions so they can tax us, so they can take more money off of us. The cost of getting on a plane and flying out of London at the moment is absolutely ridiculous. I can fly from London to Egypt for about £40, but airport duties and government taxes make it like £300. You're £250 tax on a £50 flight fare. It's ridiculous. But what can you do about it? These people are in charge, and they're not really listening. They're not listening to people that could help them, such as myself, with what we get from other worlds. And it's not only planet Earth's vibration that's changing, it's also the human vibration is changing. Some are going through mega changes, such as myself, others not so bad, and some are hardly feeling anything. But we are all changing, all our vibrations are changing. So is the moon's vibration, so is the sun's vibration, and so are the rest of the planets in our solar system. They're all changing their vibration, and they are all having an effect on planet Earth. They've always had a big effect, and they are having more of an effect. The Mayan talk about end times, and everybody's jumped on the bandwagon, and they're saying, there's so many are saying that December is the end of the world. It's not. It's just an amazing change in time of vibration. And what I'm told is December is a point where the Mayan calendar just changes to a new calendar. It just, when you come to the end of your year, the 31st of December, and you have a calendar hanging up in the lounge or the office or the kitchen, what happens on January the 1st? You take it down and put a new calendar up, and that's all the Mayas will do. That is all they will do. It will just continue. And the world will be the same. Lots of rain, lots of drought, lots of problems, lots of fighting, lots of killing. We'll just go on doing what we normally do. What is big for the Mayan at the moment, and I totally believe this because of what I get from other worlds, is they tell us in their talkings, in their writings, that all that they know, all that they've learned was given to them. They didn't do it themselves. It was given to them. They were shown how to do these things. They were told about astrology and the stars. They were told the names of the stars. They were told all the zodiac names, birth sign names. They knew them. And they made this calendar. It's a stone calendar. They could never have done it. They wouldn't know how to do it. We wouldn't even know how to do it now. They say that someone came, a being came and taught them and stayed with them and showed them. And in their knowing and understanding, their big thing at the moment is this being's coming back. The transit of Venus, of the sun the other week, and this December is the time for them, a very important time. They say this being is coming back between the transit of Venus and December. They don't talk about the end of the world. They don't talk about anything like that. It's others. There's a site on YouTube, it's got over 3 million hits on it. Every time somebody goes on it, this person gets money. That's why they're doing it. And there's so many people who are caught up in it, like sheep, like lemmings. or running. Oh dear, it's just crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. What I'm going to do now to finish this little video is I will read you a message from the high beings. It doesn't talk about a prophecy, it just talks about mankind, but it sort of hints about rain. But I will just go and pick it up and I'll come back in a second. Right, I have this message that I'm going to read you. I'm going to put my glasses on to read it, so I can't look at you and talk. I'm just going to have to read and talk. Okay, so we start. The sickness in their minds that they are totally unaware of causes the sickness in their bodies that they are fully aware of. Negativity is in their hearts, minds and souls, but it is in the mind that we find the power to create or destroy. In sickness, health and madness, man's wish, it seems, is to live in sadness. Forever down, forever ill, forever popping a pill, forever moaning, forever groaning, and now forever cloning. If this is the wish, then he will wish to think again, for this man who writes with the pen will tell them what is to happen. What will they do then? For it was never conceived, would you believe, that mankind would copy itself, and they will wish they had left the knowledge on the shelf. So where is mankind now with all his know-how? Well, he is on the brink of disappearing down the sink, for the rains will come and wash him away long before he has had his day. Also chemicals, germs too, so what will poor mankind do? They will most probably cry out to all their gods, to ask him why he treats them this way, to ask for help and forgiveness. And what do you think any god would say when they come to him like this? For they could have come before, not to pray, but to thank him for every day. But really, is it not a small matter of what you sow, then so you shall reap? So why are you all just like sheep? And why would any god help you? Could it be for all the nice things you do? Would it be for all the love in your heart? Should it be for all the help you give to others? But it can be none of these things, my friends. And when you are near your journey end, the gods that you will beseech will be as always out of reach. For in all of the time of man on earth he has learnt nothing of any worth, no understanding, no joy in his heart, so what he faces will tear him apart. But it is known by us who watch that these words and most words written by this man will not be believed, for mankind will not conceive what he cannot believe, and he cannot believe what he cannot conceive. But not everyone will deny this man. Some will listen to what he will say, and some will choose to walk a different way. To be saved from what? Well, who can say? But at least spiritual growth will come their way. So what will these people say when Joseph walks their way? This will continue. A lot of my messages are referencing me and my written words and what others will say about me. I don't really care, but I am told that all my writings, and there are folders full of them, for I've written a daily diary, and in the daily diary I have included the messages, and in the daily diary I've written about my feelings, my thoughts, what I'm going through, how I was feeling that day, if I was down or up, or happy or sad, all in my diary. And I am told by my high friends that they will be published. Everybody will read everything I've written. And I tell you what, there is some absolutely amazing stuff in there that I have been through, that I've heard, I've been told, witnessed, felt. quite amazing. When I come with the next one, I have a drawing that I did about 3 months ago, that I saw the figure of an alien who was with me, and there's two of them, two females, and I drew the one, and she's beautiful, and I'll show it on camera. You can have a look at it, and I'll read another message. So for now, I wish you well, I wish you luck, be happy, be lucky, and I'll see you in my next message. Well, I won't see you, but you'll see me in my next message. Hasta la vista.